Hi, this is Glenn Gabe from G Squared Interactive, and this is episode 11 of SEO from the Front Lines. I'm going to be covering another edition of Core Update Notes. So this is basically the past few days of what I've been seeing during the August 2024 Broad Core Update, which is a really big update. Been waiting for it for a while. I covered already one video. It was episode 10 where I went through the notes that I've been seeing up to that point. So let me just continue with what I'm doing. I'm going to try and, there's a bunch of things to cover, so I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible. So the first thing is, let's just start with helpful content update sites. So the September helpful content update, tons of sites got destroyed. Nothing was having them come back. They got worse during the March core update as Google baked the HCU into core ranking. And they promised that sites would, that have been doing the right thing, that should rank better, could rank better with the August core update. And that's definitely what we're seeing. So I covered that in the first episode, but I just wanted to cover a little more about what I'm seeing now. So out of the 390 plus sites that I'm tracking that were destroyed by the September helpful content update, about 65 of those are now surging back. But like I said in the first episode, everything's relative, right? It's relative to where they were before the September helpful content update. And although they're surging and they continue to go up, most are still down big time from that point. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So here's a really nice surge from the August core update. This is for a site impacted by the September HCUX. But here is the overall trending since before then. As you can see, yes, they're going up. And we have no idea how far that they're going to go. They can continue to go for the next few weeks or even more, or not. We don't know. But as you can see, they're still down big time. So it's great to see them surging back, still down big time. Here's another one, really nice surge as well. Also, kind of spiked right before the September helpful content update. Huge drop with the March core update. And yes, coming back, but still everything's relative. So I just wanted to make that clear. But one thing that I did share this morning was this was the first example of what I see as a full recovery from the September helpful content update. Usually you're seeing surges, but they're not coming back all the way back to where they were. This one in particular seems to have done that and maybe beyond where it was, which was super interesting. It's really the first one that I've seen that's actually done that. So let's see what that looks like. Here you go. This is Hrefs trending. As you can see, they spiked, leading up to the September helpful content update. Huge drop, more with the March core update, then absolutely surging back with the August core update. I mean, that's ridiculous hockey stick growth. And again, back to where they were pretty much, and maybe even going higher. So we'll see how it goes over the next, week or so, and during the rest of the rollout of the August core update. Also seeing something like this. Oh, by the way, this is the Systrix trending. So I just wanted to show both, and you can see with Systrix, it's really skyrocketing, which again, really cool to see. The first one that I've seen. Also, Lily Ray, who's heavily tracking this stuff as well as she always does, shared on LinkedIn, that I had seen some of this stuff, and she's also showing an example of a site that's really coming back strong. I don't think it's up to where it was, but boy, visibility has absolutely skyrocketed for that site. So again, really good to see. Just to show you a close-up of what that looks like, this is the screenshot that Lily shared from Systrix. Really surging back up then. The next thing I wanted to cover, and I shared about this this morning, was there was a lot with all of the volatility we saw in the spring after the March core update. Some dates really stand out. May 3rd and May 10th is something I've shared about on X several times. Just some really, really big movement on that day. Huge surges, drops, really weird, almost core update-like sometimes for those sites. They really stuck out to me, those two dates. Now, what I'm seeing is a connection with the August core update and a bunch of sites that saw movement on those dates. Now, we don't know if Google was testing certain algorithms or updating systems or whatever it may be with May 3rd and May 10th that are now doing the same on, with the August core update. We have no idea if it was just testing for the core update or something else, but there's a serious connection there. I just wanted to show you some examples. So here's a site surging on May 10th and now really starting to drop heavily with the August core update. Here's a site that dropped May 10th and is now dropping even more with the August core update. These are just two examples, but I have several examples of stuff like this going on with those two dates, May 3rd and May 10th. After I shared about this, I had some site owners actually reach out to me, some on Twitter, some privately, saying that they're also seeing either reversals based upon what happened on May 3rd or May 10th, or big movement in the same direction. Either they dropped and they're dropping more, or surged and they're surging more. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. I can't explain what happened on May 3rd or May 10th. I just know that those are two dates I've documented and a lot of sites that saw movement then. That, and a bunch of those are seeing movement now with the August core update. Another interesting thing that I found. So Gif and Meme sites, and yes, I say GIF because that's what the founder of the GIF actually calls it. So anyway, Gif and Meme sites. So I saw a bunch were surging, like Tenor and several others actually. Tenor's owned by Google, by the way, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, so when I dug in, I saw that it wasn't actually rankings in the 10 blue links, but it ended up that it was SERP features that actually spiked. And this is what I love about SEMrush, right? Because they actually, in the organic research trending reporting, you could actually break out SERP features from 10 blue links. And let me show you what that looks like. So here's what a site surging, this is tenor.com, looks like with the 10 blue links. Pretty flat, but check out SERP features. Whoa, huge jump. And what it was were image packs ranking at the top of the SERPs for those queries. And they were ranking in that. Now, so you could see this massive surge starting right when the August core update hit. Really interesting to see. Here's another example. This is jiffer.com. Same deal. Here's 10 blue links. Flat. Here's SERP features. Boom. Right? So just something to keep in mind. Like for your own site, you may actually jump up in SERP features, maybe not in organic or vice versa. SEMrush, again, lets you actually break that out when you go into the organic research reporting and then you go into the position reporting there. You could actually break it out from SERP features and 10 blue links. And it will say organic there. Just pretty interesting to see that. Okay, this just in. Confirmed core updates can impact AI overview rankings. I shared the other day this chart from ZipTie. I'm tracking a number of companies, AIOs, AI overviews for different companies. And I noticed that a company that had actually been negatively impacted by the August core update, the number of rankings they had in AI overviews dropped right on that date, right? So it was really interesting to see that. So I shared about that. And tried to get some information about that from Google. And it looks like John Mueller actually just responded on LinkedIn today, and he said to Nicholas McDonough, who shared the article that Barry wrote about me sharing about AI overviews. And John came back and said, yes, these are part of search, and core updates can affect search. So it makes total sense, right? I mean, the citations and the links in AI overviews, if you're high quality and ranking well, you could potentially rank there. And if you're reevaluated during a broad core update and quality drops, then you could drop out of those AI overviews. So anyway, just something to keep in mind also, because AI overviews are rolling out more and more to different countries for logged out viewers, users, etc. So really important to keep track of that. And ZipTie is amazing, by the way. So I use that heavily across a number of companies, tracking their AI overviews. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to cover is, obviously there's a lot of focus on helpful content update sites, rising from the dead, rising from the ashes. But I wrote a post a few months ago about review sites, and with Google's review updates, the product reviews updates and turning into reviews updates, a lot of those sites I tracked their trending over time, and it was not pretty. They had absolutely tanked over time. Some sites were completely gone at this point or had no visibility. So I decided to run the visibility numbers for a giant list. I mean, there are 710 sites that I've tracked over time that have heavily been impacted by reviews updates. And a number of those were surging back from the dead. Really interesting to see. Now, Google, with the August core update, obviously was refining its systems that are assessing the helpfulness of content. So there's still a review system that actually is running behind the scenes, and they're updating that on an ongoing basis. We don't know if they did something with that or if this is just from the core update, but Really interesting to see. So let me show you what I'm seeing. Right. I mean, like, look at this, a huge jump in search visibility for this review site that had been really knocked down based on previous reviews updates. Here's another one. Small, low visibility, but still a surge there. Here's one with a little more visibility, surging. So, a lot of these sites are niche publishers that contain reviews about whatever vertical they're focused on, whatever industry. And just really interesting to see that. I had a number of sites from that list of 710 that actually saw those visibility jumps. So again, just something to keep in mind. If you focus on reviews, definitely check your reporting, check visibility trending, see if you're surging, see if you're dropping, whatever it may be. So that's what I have for now. I hope that this is helpful. I will definitely be posting more of these as the update goes on, probably every 4 or 5 days or so, unless something really big happens. I'm just collecting my notes and I'm just sharing what I'm seeing because this is a big update and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of stuff going on. So that's it. Look for another one of these probably within the next few days, and thank you for watching.